the very sinful people. And who are these? Striyo, Vaishyas, Tatha Shudras. The women, Vaishyas, and Shudras. Now, after hearing this shloka, there are many Matajis says, ask the question, why Striya? Why Striya? Why Striya is mentioned here? There is a general pattern of the questions we get it. It is generalized been made. It is like the Striya Yoni or Stri or the general, in general, the ladies, they don't have any more, they don't have any interest for self-realization. They may be in a population, they go to the satsanga, but they're like this satsanga, generally it is meant for some fruitive results. It is not for the self-realizations. The bodily consciousness is more for them. There's like, that's why the advertisement industries or the industry, makeup industry, everything is there for them. It's like the market allures more the woman. The more like the business happens because of the woman. And it is, so that's why it is like the more materialism is there for the woman. The materialistic tendencies to live in this world, it is for the woman. It is generally, it is been observed and seen. So that's why Striyo, Vaishyas, Sata Shudra. These people, Vaishyas and Shudras, they are also not having the interest for the self-realization more. So that's why it is called a papi. That's why it is called as a sinful people. Those who are after taking Manushya Janama Paya Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Vishakhai. The person who has taken a human life, human form of life. Radha Krishna Na Bhajiya Janiya Shuniya Vishakhai. Jan Bujke, who he is eating a poison. He is eating a poison. So that's why it is for the, in general, it is for the woman. Don't take it like that in terms of the Matajis, those who are doing the devotional service and in the mood of ask for the self-realization. Don't again go into the bodily platform that I am a woman and why it has been mentioned for us for this. Like it is the Krishna's words, it is not any individual's words, it is a Krishna is speaking that. So that is the thing. Please read the translation. I will ask Navneeta Mataji to read the translation.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And please be ready that whenever I am asking somebody to read the translation, please don't go on directly reading the translation. I will now tell the people to read the translation and the purpose. Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Translation. O son of Prada, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, Vaishyas, merchants, and Shudras workers, can attain the supreme destination. Commentary. Those of lower birth can be purified. What to speak of those high class? Everyone is eligible for the supreme destination. There is no distinction between lower and higher classes of people. Women, merchants, workers, and people of lower births can also attain the supreme destination by taking shelter of Krishna. What then can be said of the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas who are born in pure families and who become devotees with proper conduct? The devotees and the saintly kings, having come to this temporary miserable world, should engage in saintly kings
should engage in loving service to Krishna. The first line only.
Little bit scroll down, Prabhuji. I'm not able to see that, Prabhuji.
In this purport, Srila Prabhupada.
Yes. Okay, Prabhuji. In his purport, Srila Prabhupada explains the meaning of the word anityam. In this material world, there are classifications of people, but after all, this world is not a happy place for anyone. It is clearly stated here, anityam asukam lokam. This world is temporary and full of miseries, not habitable for any sane gentleman. This world is declared by the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be temporary and full of miseries. Some philosophers, especially Mayavadi philosophers, say that this world is false, but we can understand from Bhagavad-gita that the world is not false, it is temporary. There is a difference between temporary and false. This world is temporary, but there is another world which is eternal. This world is miserable, but the other world is eternal and blissful. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mamhi Partha Vyapashrite. It is more important, this shloka. This is the key word in this shloka is Vyapashritya. The person who is taking the shelter at my lotus feet. Mamhi Partha Vyapashritya. Yepi su papayoni. Even if he is papi. So Krishna is not thinking like that. There are some people, there are some shlokas, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. So that is also in the same line. Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vyapashritya has to be done. Yepi Syu Papa Yonaya. So I will purify them. Please have this faith that I will purify them. The Vyapashritya has to be done. Taking shelter, taking refuge in the Krishna's devotional service. So in the same line, in 9.34, Krishna is mentioning about that, like how to take the refuge. So 9.34, it is Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhya Jivam Namastu. Mame Vaishyasis Yuktevam Atmanam Matkara. This is the shloka where it's like how to take refuge, how to do a Vyapashritya, that is also been done. That is also been told. It is not that Krishna is speaking something, some words, and he is not giving the process. After every word used, he is giving the process. How to become Ananya, that also he has clearly elaborated in eight chapter, in the nine chapter also. So Krishna is speaking some words and he is giving the meaning of that, how to do this. And the next shloka is for that. So it's like it is a comparison. See, even if that Papa Yonaya, they are the Papa Yonaya, they are taking the Vyapashritya, then they are well situated, they are Shipram Bhavati Dharmatma, then it is like that. So what to speak about the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas and my Bhaktas? If they are, it's like how they will escalate into this, how they will be advancing. It's like the Krishna is making the comparison. These three classes are there, the Vaishya, Shudra and the Striyo. Then what to speak about this, like the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas and my Bhaktas? So whether it is not a gulf of difference, there will be these also can be elevated. Then what to speak about these people? So he is speaking in front of Arjuna. So he is making the point that Rajashriya Tatha. So the next shloka is that Kim Punar Brahma punya
पुण्या
bhakta rajashriyas
भक्तराजश्रयस्तथा
anityam asukham lokam
अनित्यम् असुखं लोकम्
लोकम्
imam prapya bhajasva mam.
इमं
प्राप्य भजस्व माम्।
भजस्व माम्।
Please read now Rama Reddy Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Translation: How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotees, and the saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Commentary: In this verse of his own mouth, Krishna says, the world is anitya. It is not midya, false. It is not false, an illusion as the Mayavadis say. No, it is temporary. Here Krishna is disproving Mayavada philosophy. Therefore, knowing all these things, one should engage in pure devotional service. Krishna consciousness is the only means of real liberation. By engaging the mind always in thinking of Krishna, becoming Krishna's devotee, offering obeisances to Krishna, worshipping Krishna, and being completely absorbed in Krishna, surely one will reach him. Hare Krishna.
So, at least this world is anitya. It is not mithya. There are two terminologies. It's mithya means it is false. Anitya means it is temporary. It is not permanent, but it is temporary. So this Brahma Satya Jagat Mithya, the Mayavadi says that. Brahma Satya, only the Lord is the Satya, and this Jagat is Mithya. No, this Jagat is not Mithya, it is Anitya. So this shloka we can quote. Krishna himself says that it is Anitya. This world is Anitya. It is not Mithya. So this world, and in this, Krishna is comparing how much more this is so for the righteous Brahmanas. So I can deliver this Papa Yonaya, those who are taking Vyapashritya in me. So how much it will be much better, excellent for this, the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and my Bhaktas. My Bhaktas and the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas, those who are taking refuge in me, they will be excel like anything. So it is somewhat a comparison. And Anitya is more important. Like the previous shloka, it was Vyapashritya, now it is Anitya. It's been focused. And the next shloka is the essence of the Bhagavad-Gita. There are two shlokas which are called as the essence of the Gita. First one is 9.34, 18.65, and 18.66. So why this?
Read the verses you said.
9.34, 18.65, 18.66. Generally, the devotees quotes that Sarvadharman Parityaja is 18.66 is the essence of the Gita. But it is not like that. It is not only because to do a Sarvadharman Parityaja, what are the components are required to execute that are there in 9.34 and 18.65. 18.65 and 9.34 is almost same. Manmana, it is like the triplet has been repeated twice in the Gita. The verse which is repeated twice in the Gita, this is the verse. You can open the Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto in 18.65. The same thing is it. Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhya Jivam Namaskar Mame Vachisti Satyam Te Pratijane Priyosime. That is the that 18.65. Now here the shloka is Manmana Bhava Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru
Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru.
Mame Vaishyasi Yuktaivam
Mame Vaishyasi Yuktivam.
Atmanam Matparayana.
Atma Mam Parayana.
Babu Ram Prabhu can do it.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Engage your mind always in thinking of me, or become a devotee of obeisance to me and worship me. Being completely absorbed in me, surely you will come to me. Coming to you. The first thing one should do is not just work and work for Krishna, but engage one's mind in always thinking of Krishna, man mana bhava mad bhukto, and become his devotee. Baldev Vidyabhushan says, the mind should be fixed on Krishna uninterruptedly, like honey flows from a bottle. Srila Prabhupada explains in his purport, there is a beautiful poem about Krishna in which it is clearly stated that any probably can you just that any person who is engaged in worship of demigods is most unintelligent and cannot achieve at any time the supreme award of Krishna. The devotee in the beginning may sometimes fall from the standard, but still he should be considered to other philo- superior to other philosophers and yogis. One who always engages in Krishna consciousness should be understood to be perfectly essay person,
Sorry?
perfectly as
Perfectly
a person,
saintly person. So sorry.
saintly person. His accidental non-devotional activities will diminish and he will soon be situated without any doubt in complete perfection. The pure devotee has no actual chance to fall down because the Supreme Godhead personally takes care of his pure devotees. Therefore, the intelligent person should take directly to the process of Krishna consciousness and happily live in this material world. He will eventually receive the supreme word of Krishna. This verse is the essence of all the confidential knowledge. It is exactly in the middle of Bhagavad-Gita. This is the most confidential knowledge. One should always think of Krishna. It is not enough to work hard while it's not enough to work hard for Krishna while the mind thinks about something else. Srila Baldeva Bhushan gives the example of the king's servant who, while serving the king, thinks about his own wife and children. Krishna is not pleased by such attitude. He expects from us to be dedicated to him always. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur summarizes chapter 9 as follows: that supreme position of pure bhakti, the topmost secret, which has the ability to judge who is qualified and unqualified, and by its contact purifies all person, has been described in this chapter.
Yeah. So that is now 9.34. What is what is the name of nine chapter? The most confidential knowledge, isn't it? So Krishna has revealed what is the most confidential knowledge in 9.34. So that's why the Acharyas has given the name of this chapter is the most confidential knowledge. This is like this shloka manmana is like manmana means it is always think of me. Bhava mad bhakto, become my devotee. Then what? Manmana bhava mad bhakto madhya jivam namaskuru. Offer me the obeisances. And madhyaji. What is a madhyaji? Here, just a minute. Now, what is a madhyaji? Worship me. So the worship me is there. So this four components makes this shloka. Krishna has given the solution. How to do a Vyapashritya Manmata. Do like always thinking of me. Then like worship me, become my devotee, offer me obeisances. How to think of him always, like Krishna says that is like whenever you are seeing the things, you can think of me. So the opulences of the absolute, this is like the 10th chapter, is the more elaboration on this. So manmana. How to think, like Bahuda Vishwato Mukham, that in that section where that shloka comes, Bahuda Vishwato Mukham, Ekatvena Prithakvena Bahuda Vishwato Mukham. In this only it is coming. In the ninth chapter only. And after that, how the Bahuda Vishwato Mukham they are doing is like they can see the things and do the remembrance of them. So in the 7th chapter also is like there are some shlokas. Rasoham apsu konteya prabhasmi ashishoryo. The same line, the 4-5 shlokas are there. So that way, if we can do we can think of Lord. So the opulences of the absolute is also a confidential knowledge. So the Krishna is revealing himself. Krishna is revealing. So 9.34 manmana, how to do a manmana, the Krishna is explaining that opulences, my opulences are there. You can see the opulences and you can remember me. You can see, you are having the eyes, you can remember me. Whenever you are seeing the things around you, you can just think of me. So that is the connection of 9th and 10th chapter. And you can open this why this 9.34, 18.65 and 18.66. This shlokas are the essence of the Gita, because as I told you that 9.34 and 18.65 are the components, building blocks of 18.66. And Krishna himself has mentioned in 18.64, you can open the 18.64, play some of you, and just explain me what is the 18.64. You can read the translation and quote the shloka also.
It says Sarva
There is one shloka, like that. There is one word comes, bhuyam or something like that.
Yes, Prabhu. Sarva Guhyatam Bhuya.
Please recite that.
सर्व गुह्यतम भूया शृणु मे परम वचा इष्टो असि मे दृढ़मिति ततो वक्ष्यामि ते हितम्.
So sarva guhyatam guhyat, and it is bhuyat, means again. Bhuyat means it is again. I am telling you. So what is the connection? That again Krishna is telling that in 9.34, in 9th chapter he has mentioned that, and now 18.64 he is mentioning that अरे मैं अभी फिर से repeat करने वाला हूँ 9.34. It is guhyatamam guhyat. So this is 9.34 is the guhyatamam. It is the most confidential knowledge. Krishna has mentioned that, and he is again going to repeat it in 18.65, and he is giving the hint of that. I am going to recite 9.34 again, which I have previously quoted. So I'm repeating the most confidential knowledge again. And then afterwards he is quoting that Manamana Bhavamat Bhakto in 18.65. So that is a connection. Krishna has mentioned that 9.34 is the Guhyatamam. and it is most confidential, and that's why it is quoted twice. And then that is a building block of 1866. So 18.66 is not the alone. It is 18.65 and 9.34. They are the building blocks for 18.65. Yeah. Chapter 10. I will be taking 5-6 shlokas only. Today I will not be taking till 8:30. Another 5 to 6 shlokas I will be taking, and we will be finishing early today. After finishing 5 to 6 shloka, we can end up. Chapter 10, the opulences of the absolute. Who can read? I will just. This Mataji. Just a minute. Many are not having their cameras on. Oh, Raja Ramesh Prabhu, just now you made your camera on, so it is you. Please read this, Prabhu.
Yeah, Prabhu. The chapter 10, the opulence of the absolute. All wondrous displays of power, beauty, grandeur, or sublimity, either in the material world or in the spiritual, are but partial manifestation of Krishna's divine energies and opulence. As the supreme cause of all causes and the support and the essence of everything, Krishna is the supreme object of worship for all beings. Verses 1-7. Devotion resides in perfect knowledge of the Supreme.
Yeah. Verses 1-3.
One who knows Krishna as the unborn Lord and the source of all sages and demigods is undiluted and free from all sins. Verses 4-6. All qualities originate in Krishna. The progenitor of mankind come from his mind. Verse 7. One who knows Krishna's glories engages in the devotional service. Verses 8-11. The Kattach Shloki.
Chatushloki.
Bhagavadgita. Yeah, verses 12-18. Arjuna surrender and request. Verses 19-42. Krishna's opulence. The connection between chapter 9 and chapter 10. Devotional service has been described in chapter 9, especially at the chapter end. To further generate and develop devotional sentiments in his devotee, Krishna now explains his opulences. Verses 1-7. Devotion resides in perfect knowledge of the Supreme. In 7th, 8th, and the 9th chapter, the Lord discussed his inconceivable power in order to inspire devotion. In chapter 10, in order to manifest and increase that devotion, the Lord will describe in detail his extraordinary opulences, which are previously discussed briefly. Verse 1-3.
Yes. Now we will be reciting this shloka.
Yeah.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavadgita.
Bhuya eva Mahabaho.
Bhuya eva Mahabaho.
Nume Paramam Vacha.
Nume Paramam Vacha.
Yatte Ham Priyam Manaya.
Yatte Ham Priyam Manaya.
Pakshami Hitakamyaya.
Vakshyami Hitkamyaya.
This word Shrunu, where we have seen.
Tashrunu, chapter 7, first verse.
Yeah. What was that shloka?
I don't remember the shloka, Prabhuji.
Oh.
I can read out, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
Mayaya सक्तमना पार्थ योगम
योगम युञ्जन मदाश्रया
जन्मद आश्रया असम
संशयं समग्रनाम
समग्रहम यथा
तच्छृणु.
दर्शनो.
So we can play with the Gita like that. This shloka, this word, where in the Gita we have seen. It's like Ananya. Where? There are 2-3 places I can remember. 8.50.
चिन्तयन्तु.
अनन्यचेतः सततां यो मां स्मरति नित्यसः.
Then it is Ananya. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye
अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः.
tesham. So like that, we can have always our intelligence on. Where this is the word where we can quote it, or from where this like this shloka is coming. So we can get the reference, and whenever we are into the preaching assignments, na. So like whenever we are giving the classes, sometimes like the people call us for the class, and we are not knowing the shloka. So how to do it? So better whatever the shloka we are having it, we can know the key words for that, and just elaborate it. That is a Prabhupada's way of giving the lectures. Very influencing the people. It's like what is Ananya, what is Vyapashritya, what was the previous words? Anitya, like the Anitya. When Srila Prabhupada sees these words, then he elaborates on it. It is a perfect way to explain the shloka. So we can be alert where we have seen or where we have gone through these different words. The words are not ordinary. It is spoken by Lord Himself.
Please, when gets very angry.
Hare Krishna. Somebody spoke in between. I feel like I didn't understood. Okay, Lakshmi Mansa Mataji. You are muted, Mataji. Yeah.
Krishna Prabhuji. Translation. The Supreme Personality of the Godhead said, "Listen again, O mighty armed Arjuna, because you are my friend, for your benefit, I shall speak to you further, giving knowledge that is better than what I have explained." Commentary. When Krishna was speaking 9th chapter, especially by the end, he was opening his heart and speaking confident knowledge. Arjuna was so happy to hear, so Arjuna was eager to speak more without his devotees asking. Krishna check. Lord Krishna has spoken about devotional service beginning in the 7th chapter by speaking about his opulences, which, sorry, Prabhuji, I cannot see at the end.
Which is useful for devotional service.
Which is useful for the devotional service. He says, Bhuyaha. I will speak more again, and he will speak Raja Vidya again.
He has indirectly mentioned
that he will again speak it by saying,
someone else can give a try. Then just a minute. Whose camera is on? Regular devotees there. Navnita Mataji has said, na? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I can also read.
Is there? Okay, but would like to give many people's camera is off. Somebody can turn on their camera for wedding, or else regular Matajis are only reading it. Hare Krishna. Surendra Prabhu, Bharat Prabhu, Srinivas Sankalp, Chandra Mataji, Chandra Prabhu. Who is there?
Prabhuji, can I read, Prabhuji?
Who is there?
That's Raj, Prabhuji.
Yes, Raj Prabhu. Yeah, I will ask you to read.
Okay, sure.
Please, please.
Or Prabhuji, Mansa can read. I will give my laptop to her. She will continue to read. She's not able to see from the mobile.
Yeah, anything. And the next person to read it, I will. Somebody I can just tell that who is having their camera off. They can just read and then put the camera back off. No, nothing like that.
Can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Mahabaho, you have performed many great activities with long arms. Now I expect you to show the strength of intelligence. Hear this again. Why? Arjuna was already hearing, so Krishna wanted him to be attentive. Superior to what has been spoken, and it will surprise you. He will explain energies, qualities, Aishwarya, Vibhutis in this chapter. Krishna has been explaining about his opulences, about devotional service, and same in more detail will be explained here. Previously, Krishna has explained his Aishwarya and devotional service, and now he'll explain in great details and opulences which increases or gives devotion. Again, hear it, asking him to become more attentive. I will explain my wonderful opulences for your benefit. Although you know already, you'll still become surprised. I am desiring auspiciousness for you because you are Priyamanaya, and this will increase your devotion. Hit, hit Kama Yoga. You are hearing like nectar, so I'll make you drink more nectar. Commentary. Krishna is going to describe a knowledge that is even better than the most confidential knowledge. Actually is just a further push on the previous knowledge. Srila Prabhupada says in his purport, previously, beginning with the 7th chapter, the Lord has already explained his different energies and how they are acting. Now in this chapter, he explains his specific opulences to Arjuna. In the previous chapter, he has clearly explained his different energies to establish devotion in firm conviction. Again, in this chapter, he tells Arjuna about his manifestations and various opulences. Hare Krishna.
Yeah,
Prabhuji,
please.
Hare Krishna, sorry to interrupt. Is the voice low for everyone, Prabhuji, Mataji's voice? Or only for me?
It is fine, Mataji, for me.
Okay, sorry.
The more one hears about the Supreme God, the more one becomes fixed in devotional service. One should always hear about the Lord in association of devotees that will enhance one's devotional service. Discourses in the society of devotees can take place only among those who are already anxious to be in Krishna consciousness. Others cannot take part in such discourses. The Lord clearly tells Arjuna that because Arjuna is very dear to him, for his benefit, such discourses are taking place.
So it is like this is in this shloka, the Priyamana is very emphasized. There is one shloka, Bhakto Sime Sakha Cheti Rahasyam Hetu Duttamam. Krishna mentions that. It's like I'm revealing all this confidential knowledge to you, Arjuna, that because you are my bhakta and sakha, so that's why I'm just telling you. Now here again he is emphasizing that I am revealing you this confidential knowledge, my opulences to you, because you are my priyamana. You are my really devoted, loving person. So that's why. And why Krishna has to show his or reveal his opulences? When a person knows that his like his dear person is not an ordinary one. It's like if I am meeting my friend, and that friend is not only my friend, but it is like he is the CEO of the company, and I'm going to that company, and I'm saying that I would like to meet this Mr. Parag Satpalji. Who you know that Parag is the CEO of the company. Everyone salutes him. Then my caller also will be, oh, my friend is like that. To whom I am meeting is like not an ordinary person. And when I am meeting him, he deals with me very casually. He says that for you, it is not this opulences. But I am very elevated person to you. You should also know that. By that, the like the relationship also will be very good. Well, I am not talking very Tom, Dick, and Harry. I'm talking with my friend, and who is having this who is influential person. So that way, Krishna would like to now. Krishna is saying that he's like you have accepted me as a master. From the friend to the master. कार्पण्य दोषो पहत स्वभाव पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़ चेता यश्रेयस्यान् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेहं शादिमां बन्धुम्. Oh Arjuna, you accepted me as the master. I have also accepted. I changed my role. Now, now I'm just asking you to surrender the four things I just told you. मनमना भव मद भक्तो मद्या जीवम नमस्कुरु मामे वैश्यसि युक्तैवम आत्मानं मत परायणम मामे वैश्यसि असत्यैवम. What is that? 18.65 and 9.34. 18.60, no, 9.34 is manmana bhava madbhakto madhya jivam namaskuru mame vachi yukta evam atmanam bhaktam. So the same one. So like Krishna is mentioning that it is like Madhyaji, worship me. I am not a ordinary person. For that, I am just telling you. Arjuna must be thinking, why to worship you? Krishna is reminding him that Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava. You only said that. Yashyasyam 2.7. Karpanya dosho aapne hi bola na. So Madhyaji also has to be done. And Manmana, for that, like the Madhyaji to do it, the Manmana has to happen first. Then the worship will be happening. So for that, I am just explaining who am I. I am just revealing you to you. The most confidential knowledge I am just now because you are my Priya Manaya. So that's why I am just revealing you. Bhaktosi me sakha chaiti rahasyam hetu uttamam. I just told you, but now you are forgetting that. Don't take me very cheaply. So it is an underlying message that, like the Krishna is telling that I am not a cheap person. Don't take me very cheaply. My message is also not cheap. Yeah, please read. Please go on reading the same person, Manasa Mataji.
The reason why Krishna is going to do this is because he wants to increase the devotion that is already established. Just like if we want a friend and we like him very much, and then we hear who he is. Oh, he is quadrillionaire. He knows everyone. He is so powerful. Then we realize how a wonderful friend we have. The fact that he is opulent, powerful, etc. That enhances our appreciation of the loving part of our relationship with him. How fortunate we feel to have such a great personality as a personal friend. That makes us also feel that our part in the relationship is more seriously. Similarly, to increase Arjuna's devotion, Krishna is going to describe his opulences. In this section A, Krishna is going to describe something very wonderful. One who understands Krishna's unknowable position serves him. This is contradictory by definition.
If something is unknowable, how can we understand it? But it is possible when noble person explains to us his opulences, and that is example what happens in this chapter. Exactly what happens in this chapter. First, Krishna glorified the knowledge that he is going to explain, and now
Yeah. So now we will be moving the yeah, the second. Yeah, please go on reading this one.
shall I continue, Prabhu?
Oh yeah, please. One who knows.
One who knows Krishna as the unborn Lord and the source of all the sages and demigods is undiluted and free from all sins. Krishna is the origin of all that is. Because Arjuna is the dear friend of Krishna, the Lord gives his knowledge that is better than what has already been explained. Verse 1. According to Srila Baladev Vidyabhushana, Krishna says, I will speak knowledge to astonish you who are already knowledgeable, but who will take pleasure in my words, Priyamanaya, as if drinking nectar. I will speak with a desire of your welfare in the form of producing and increasing your devotion for me, Hitakamaya. The knowledge Krishna is about to impart is meant for his devotees only. The non-devotees will not be able to appreciate its value. Srila Prabhupada
Explains the reason.
explains the reason why. Now, if you have a beloved son, little child, you are always thinking of him. You are saying, oh, this morning my child was playing like this. Oh, he was dancing like this. So you are thinking of him, you are speaking of him. Others may be disrupted. Why? Because the child is not theirs. They have no love for him. They don't want to hear. Therefore, it is said here that path is meant for such persons who are little advanced in Krishna consciousness. Lecture on BZ 10.1, New York, 1966. Hare Krishna. Dhanvat Pranam.
The text 2. Name vidu suragana
न मे विदुसुरगणः
bhavam namahe maharshaya
प्रभवं
प्रभवान् महर्षयः
aham adir hi devanam
अहम्
अहम्
आदिर्हि देवानां
maharshinam cha sarvasha.
महर्षिणां
महर्षिणां च सर्वशः
Krishna here explaining that this is like you think that it is like the demigods knows me. They don't know me. It is like the previous shloka also. It has been mentioned that I'm just forgetting in nine chapter also only. Krishna mentioned that the demigods don't know me. Anybody remembers that shloka? I'm just forgetting the number. Like the same thing Krishna is mentioning that the demigods don't know me, neither the maharshis or the saintly people knows me. Nobody knows me. I'm revealing to them as they surrender to me. The same way here now again Krishna is mentioning that Name vidu suraganam na maharshya. So what is the reason that demigods don't know me? It is not that the demigods are more over in the sense gratification, so that's why they are not knowing. So what about the Maharshanam? The Maharshanam, they are sense controlled, but still they don't know me because I'm I'm keeping myself reserved. How much I can reveal, that only they know. It is not that by one's knowledge, it is not by that one's like so-called qualification one can know me. I reveal to them as per their surrender, as per their vyapashritya.
10.2, Prabhu.
Sorry.
Is it 10.2? Name is Vidu Suragana.
Yeah, it is 10.2, but there is some another shloka which we have covered in 9th chapter, where Krishna has mentioned that It is like the demigods also don't know me. Yeah, Chandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah, please read.
Translation. Neither the hearts of demigods, nor the great sages know my origin or appearances. For in every respect, I am the source of the demigods and sages.
Please read further.
Prabhuji, could you please move up a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One.
Come, demigods, sages don't know this knowledge. Why? Because I am the source. This can only be known by my mercy, no other way. No, my wonderful birth from Mother Devaki, even the demigods cannot know, because they are attached to sense objects. But sages are not attached. Even even they don't know, because I am source and cause of everything. So how can they understand? As sons understand father's birth unless he explains. Prabhav, birth first sight like Pravastha of Ganges in Gangotri. Baldev. This cannot be understood without mercy of my devotees. Whether demigods, Brahma, Shiva, etc., or sages like um, four Kumaras cannot understand my Swarupa, how I have my own potencies. Why? Because in all ways I am their source. Sarvesha, all sources. I am source of all their intelligence too. So they therefore cannot understand my source unless I explain it to them. I have avoided their position as demigods or sages because of their worship. So it's not possible for them to know me. Shrutis also say demigods cannot understand from who the creation came, because of his existence before creation. Connection. It is impossible for something that is created to know the source of that which has created it. The creation cannot understand whether the creation came from. Even the demigods who are so powerful and the great sages who are so knowledgeable, they cannot understand Krishna completely because they cannot understand his origin. But because the sages and demigods cannot understand Krishna completely, that doesn't mean that no one can understand Krishna. If one hears from Krishna, then and only then can he understand Krishna. Therefore, Krishna explains verse 3.
Yeah. So please go on reading.
Yeah. Krishna is the source of demigods and sages who do not know the Lord's origin nor opulence. Verse 2. The concept of God as a ruling power of impersonal Brahman can be reached even by materially contaminated people. The personality of Godhead, however, can be conceived only by liberated persons. Therefore, even the great demigods and sages do not understand Krishna, what to speak of the so-called scholars on this tiny planet. In verse 2, Krishna defeats the argument that the demigods cannot understand him because they are engrossed in sense gratification. Even the sages who are detached from sense gratification cannot know him. The demigods and the sages do not know Krishna because he is their source. Krishna is the cause of their appearance. He gave them their positions and powers as devatas and rishis, and he endowed them with intelligence and good qualities. Prabhuji, could you please move up a little bit? Yeah, qualities. In the same way as the sons do not know about the birth of the father, the demigods and the sages do not know Krishna's origin and powers. No one can know Krishna unless he hears from him or his devotees. Text 3.
Yeah. Yoma majammanadincha
यो मामजमना च
Vetti loka maheshwaram
वेत्ति लोकमहेश्वरम्
asammudha marteshu
समूढसमर्थेषु
sarva paper pramuchyate.
सर्वपापप्रमुच्यते
Now, Arvind Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Prabhuji, I'll start with the translation. He who knows me as the unborn, as the beginningless, as the supreme lord of all the worlds, he only undiluted among men is freed from all sins. Comment. Arjuna says, you are supreme Brahman and you are all pervading from space and time. And now you have taken this form. Why do we say sages don't know you? He lifts his fourth finger and points to his chest, saying, Yo Mam, one who knows me as Aja, but Brahma is also Aja, but also Anadi. I have neither beginning nor end. Brahma is not like that. Some people know you as Paramatma and Super Soul, but those who know me as unborn, eternally and still taking birth, these people actually know me. Mam means as a son of Vasudeva. My birth and at the same time remaining unborn and supreme truth, there is no, there is no one, no, there is no,
there is no but me, but
there
my,
is no, but me by my internal potency. You are not desiring fruit of your activities and you appear although you have no birth. Even scholar becomes confused about how this occurs. Even in Brihat Bhagavatamrita, even those who are intelligent become bewildered and think it's not true and they don't understand how these things happen by the internal potency of Lord. Krishna gives example to show how I take birth, although unborn, Damodara Leela. Breaking yogurt pot, Mother Yashoda wanted to punish me. Mother Yashoda
wanted to punish me through tying.
Okay, Mother Yashoda wanted to punish me through typing ropes. Mother Yashoda wanted to bind me, but couldn't because rope was always too short by 2 fingers. But at the same time, Krishna says, I was wearing black kinkne thread and belt, so that thread didn't break. I was covered by the belt, but at the same time, I couldn't be covered by ropes. 2 fingers, 1 endeavor, 2 determination. The Krishna will. Unlimited thus becomes limited by his potency. In the same way, although unborn, I take birth. This is beyond logic. Now more that will surprise you. I am Loka Maheshwara, and yet I am controlling your horses and you are controlling me. Those who understand my opulences like this are not confused. Others are confused because they engage in sinful activities against devotion. Some people explain that Krishna is unborn and unlimited and say that Krishna's birth is not real. Such people can't become free from sins. All their activities are opposed to devotion. Baladev. This type of knowledge only rare souls achieve. Among humans, those who are endeavoring to know me, only one who has got association of my devotee can understand me as explained, and he becomes free from sins. Bija means different from Pradhana, material energy. Pradhana transforms, and those in this world have taken birth in this body. Anadi separates himself from liberated souls. They are Aja, but they have source, Krishna, even before they had body. So Anadi and Aja, he thus separates himself from material world Pradhana and liberated souls. And by saying Loka Maheshwara, he separates himself from Nitya Muktas, who are Anadi and Aja, but not Loka Maheshwara. Also, this separates himself from Loka and Prakriti. Demigods are Aja, Loka Maheshwara, but not Anadi. This is logic and style. Every adjective has significance. Only by the potency of Lord, both get power to control. So one who knows me, that I have no relationship with inferior qualities, I am Nitya Mukta, supreme controller. One who knows me, that I have no relationship with inferior qualities, I am Nitya Mukta, supreme controller. One who knows me like this becomes free from obstacles of improper activities and attains my devotional service. He becomes Asamuda, free from delusion, not thinking I'm same as others who have taken birth, although I have taken birth from Devaki. Comment. This is the fulfillment of Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, Evam Yo Veti Tattvaha. That one who knows me in truth about my birth and activities, he is liberated. Chapter 4, Sloka 9. Understanding that the unborn, the beginningless has taken his birth. Why? Because that is amazing. One who understands these things, he is freed from sins, and the result of that is that he will go to Krishna. Someone may think this is not so hard to understand because Krishna is the Brahman who has taken his birth. But Krishna to such person says, Yo ma majam, I am unborn. But Lord Brahma is also known as Ajam because he has not taken a material birth. He has taken his birth from Garbhodaksha Vishnu. But although Lord Brahma is Ajam, he is not an Anadim. He is not beginningless, although he has not taken a material birth. And the demigods, they are Lokamaheshwaram, but they are also not Anadim.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. And the sages, they are unborn, Ajam, because the soul is unborn, and they know that they are Anadim because they are spirit, but they are not Lokamaheshwaram. Only Krishna is Ajam, Anadim, and Lokamaheshwaram. All qualities and attitudes, freedom from illusion, self-control, pleasure, birth, fear, austerity, charity, non-violence, fame, and infamy are created by Krishna. Even the progenitors of the universe are born from his mind. Chapter 4, Shloka 6. No one knows Krishna's source, but Krishna now explains how he is the source of all qualities. And it should be understood from this that all these qualities, the good, the bad, and they are not sufficient to know Krishna because he is the source of these qualities. Among thousands of men who are endeavoring to know Krishna, only those who are fortunate to attain the association of Krishna's devotees can know him as the unborn, beginningless Supreme Lord of all the world. Such persons are freed from illusion and sin. Verse 3 establishes Krishna's unique position. He is different from the inert matter and from the conditioned living beings because he is unborn, Ajam. He is without beginning, Anadim, which sets him apart from the sadhana siddhas. Since their liberated state has beginning, the word Anadim is used also to distinguish between the beginningless lordship of Krishna and the temporary lordship of the demigods like Brahma and Shiva. Krishna is the Lokamaheshwaram, which further distinguishes him from the Nitya Siddhas and from Prakriti and Kala. Although all these have no birth and beginning, they do not possess lordship over all the worlds. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan writes in his commentary, the Lord says, thus he knows that I am distinguished from all others by eternal lack of contact with bad qualities, no birth and no beginning, and by eternal possession of all extraordinary powers, lordship over all the worlds, becomes free of all karma, sarva papehi pramuchyate, which act as an obstacle to the appearance of devotion to me. That person then attains devotion to me. In the next section of verses, Krishna explains how all the qualities come from him.
So in this shloka 10.3, why Krishna spoke this shloka? That is, Krishna is going to explain his own opulences. So Arjuna must be thinking, so I can know your opulences through the demigods. I can know your opulences from the Maharshana. Krishna says, no, not from anybody. I know. Because they are not knowing. How? And why they are not knowing? Because I am Aja, I am Anadi, and I am Sarvalokam Heshwara. And none of these are Aja, Anadi. They might be Aja, but they are not Anadi. And they are not Sarvalokam Heshwara. So I am Aja, so nobody knows me. If my Janma, Karma, so how many Janmas and how many karmas I am doing it, I only know that. Nobody else can. Even the 1,000 or multi-headed Sheshas, he is glorifying, multi-mouth Sheshanag is glorifying, but he is not able to finish it. Because he is also knowing some part of it. So I am telling you, don't think that anybody else can tell you. I am revealing it to you. As I mentioned in 10.1, I am revealing to you because you are my, what was that word? 10.1? Priyamanaya. Priyamanaya. Because you are my Priya, so that's why I am revealing to you. This is not ordinary discussion I am taking. Don't take me cheaply. So the same line that Krishna is mentioning, 10.1, 10.2, Demigods, Maharshana, so anybody else cannot tell. I am telling you. And this whole discussion will be cherished in the future also. Many devotees will hear this. And 10.3, nobody knows me because I am Aja, Anadi, and Sarvalokam. So that way Krishna is making very suspense, and it is very, he is making very important discussion. So nobody can tell you about this. I am the only source who can tell, and this discussion is very confidential. It's a topmost, and I am whatever I'm going to tell you. So it's like I only can tell, nobody else can. हमारे इधर हमारे किसके branches भी नहीं है. Like the shop owner says that there is only one person, only one. Like in Pune, there is one Chitale Mithai, very famous, and they sometimes write. Now they are having the franchises also, but previously they used to write down no branches, only one place. So that makes it very important. Like this person only can give, and the people come there. And how to make the mithai, nobody knows. Like how to make the mithai like Chigale, he only knows because he has started this. So he has made it very confidential that how to make the mithai. If somebody would like to know about that, he can teach when a person is vyapashritya. He is very surrendered. Then only he can tell. We came to know that is like Chopati devotees got the Son Papadi recipe by the Giriraj Mishthan Bhandar in Govardhan. That person taught, but he tested first. He tested our devotees. He asked them to clean the pots, big pots, and then afterwards they got surrendered. They asked Maharaj, he's not teaching so easily. He is asking us to wash the pots, big pots. Maharaj says that it is a good thing that he is telling you to for the surrender. So 2 months they wash the pots, and then afterwards he taught. This is the way. So Krishna is also telling that this is whatever the knowledge I am going to tell you, it's not an ordinary one. It's very important. Buddhirjnanam asammoha Dhamma satyam dhamma sama sukham dukkham bhavo bhavo
Sukham bhavo bhavo
bhayam cha bhayam eva cha
bhayam cha bhayam eva cha
ahimsa samata tushtis
ahimsa samata
tapodanam yasho yasha
tapodanam yasho yashah
bhavanti bhavabhutanam
bhavanti bhavabhutanam
matta eva prathagvidha.
matta eva
Read. Now Himanshu Prabhu can read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Translation. Intelligence, knowledge, freedom from doubt and delusion, forgiveness, truthfulness, control of senses, control of mind, happiness and distress, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, satisfaction, austerity, charity, fame and infamy, all these various qualities of living beings are created by me alone. Commentary. Previous verse, those who know me become free from birth, death, and sins. And now how he is Vishwanath. Even those who know Shastra can't know me simply by intelligence. Why? Because Buddhi Jnana are from the mode of goodness, and I am beyond modes, and goodness cannot approach me. Buddhi means intelligence. Capacity to understand subtle meaning, like in inner sense, gross senses see outward, intelligence can see subtle, subtle meaning. Jnanam, knowledge which refers to discrimination between soul and matter. Asamoha, free from agitation, doesn't become bewildered. These are needed, but is sufficient in acquiring knowledge of me, Krishna. These are like causes, but not in and of themselves. I cannot, I can't be, I can't be know by these things. These three from text 3 are needed to know something, but they are not enough to know Krishna. Why? Because he is their source. Other qualities are mentioned as matter of course. Shema, forgiveness, have capacity to repent to hurt and but doesn't. Satya, truthfulness, speaking truthfully, mind, speech, and action all the same. Dharma, control possess and give in goodness or passion. Fame and infamy. Fame, welfare for others, passion, name and fame or goodness. All these attributes come from me, my Maya, and therefore one cannot know me by the help of these things. Gita Bhushan. He explains Adi, how he is the source of everything. Now Krishna explains those qualities that he is the source of. Satya, for benefit of others, if it causes harm to others, it is not truthfulness. Priyam means pleasing and beneficial. Dharma, control senses. Shama, control mind. Tushti, satisfied by one's fate. Tapa, acceptance misery according to Shastra. Fame, good deeds. All qualities come from Krishna when Krishna awards. CN. Because
Oh, just a minute. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji. Because they are created by Krishna, they are not sufficient of themselves to know him. Even the great sages and demigods cannot know Krishna because they are all born from him.
So the Krishna, so the Arjuna might be asking in the mind, so I can know you by some qualities, or I can just increase my buddhi or intelligence, then only I can know you, or by some jnana, by some dana, tapa, shama, dama, tapascha. Krishna says no. It is not by these all qualities you can know me. So how I can know you, Krishna? Krishna says that I can reveal. Vyapashritya, that is the only thing. If you do the Vyapashritya, then only I can reveal now.
What is Vipapashritya, Prabhuji?
Mami Partha Vyapashritya. That is the shloka 9.32.
9. Oh, that. Okay.
So please be in sync with this, like the Krishna's mood. 9.32, he spoke Vyapashritya, then he is speaking that the same how to do a Vyapashritya 9.34. What is that? Manmana bhav bhakto. And then afterwards he is saying that nobody can know me. It's like I am Aja, I am Anitya, and this is like by cultivating such qualities, you cannot. Manmana bhava madbhakto. That is the only thing. Vipashritya has to be done by this, not by any other thing. And those who are doing manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajivam namaskar mame yuktevam atmanam matparayana. For that person, I can reveal, and that person becomes a priyamana. Oh Arjuna, you have done this manmana bhava madbhakto. That's why you are my priyamana. And that's why I am just revealing the things to you, not by any other thing. That is the way the Krishna is explaining that. We will take this shloka. Maharshaya saptapurve
Harshaya saptapurve
Atarvo manavastatha
Varo manavastatha
Madbhava manas jata
Madbhava manasjata
Yesham loka imha praja.
Yesham
Loka
loka
Imha
praja.
Else can do the reading just a minute.
Shall I read, Prabhupada?
Srinivas Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Translation. The 7 great sages and before them the 4 other great sages and Manu come from me, born from my mind, and all living being the various planets descend from them. Commentary. By these qualities above, I can't be known, but not only that great sages, Manus, Rishis cannot know me because they are born from me. From Marichi and Kumaras, all progeny come. Family dynasty by birth and guru disciple Kumaras. Baldev, yeah. Just all these qualities come from me. These people also come from me. 7 great sages from 4 Kumaras, 14 Manus, these 25 progeny. They are born from Brahma and Brahma born from my desire. They mediate on me, and by my potency they can gain knowledge. From these 25, Brahmanas and Kshatriyas have birth as sons or disciples.
So how this 25, 7 great sages, Saptarshis, 14 Manus. These like 14 plus 7 and how this
Kumaras.
four Kumaras like Sanak, Sanatan, Sanandan and Sanat Kumar. Yeah.
Commentary. What is the result of knowing Krishna? And one cannot do it by his own effort. By hearing from him, he already mentioned in the previous chapters, one can know him, know his transcendental position. What is the result of hearing from Krishna, not enviously and faithfully? All qualities of the living beings are created by Krishna alone. From Krishna's mind are born the progenitors of the world and the population progenitors, of the world and the population of the world descends from them. Krishna is the source of everything. Srila Prabhupada writes, of whatever we find, good or bad, the origin is Krishna. Nothing can manifest itself in the material world, which is not in Krishna. That is the knowledge. Although we have that things are differently situated, we should realize that everything flows from Krishna. The qualities of goodness are conductive for advancement in Krishna consciousness, and they manifest as a result of devotional service. Srila Prabhupada writes, now, for one who wants to advance in Krishna consciousness, Krishna creates all these qualities, but the person develops them himself from within. One who engages in devotional service of the Supreme Lord develops all good qualities as arranged by Supreme Lord. Although qualities born of mode of goodness are uplifting, they cannot reveal Krishna on their own, since he is beyond the mode of goodness. Therefore, the great sages and the demigods who are established in goodness are unable to understand the Lord. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains. Even those who are knowledgeable of scriptures cannot know me by their intelligence, because intelligence and other elements are generated by material gunas like sattva, and although they are originate in me, in themselves they are not suitable for understanding about me, who I am beyond the gunas.
So again, the same thing, like nobody knows me, nobody knows me. It is not by the jnana, it is not by any other individual's effort. Nobody can know me. Krishna is making every corner safe. He is making a boundary. Demigods nahi, Maharshiya nahi, then not by the gunas, not by the one's intelligence, not by the buddhis, not by this, not by that. He is making a round of that. How? You surrender to me, your Pashritya. And how to surrender? It is by Manmana Bhavaman Bhakto. That way you can, and then I will reveal it to you. Not by this is like surrender means, okay, I have surrendered, or Krishna, now reveal. Krishna says that all rights reserved to me. It is up to me. Even if you are surrendering, you cannot demand. I am explaining you this thing because you are my very, very dear. So that's why, oh Arjuna, and you have surrendered to me. Karpanya dosho is happened. Pruchhami tvam dharma samurjeta. Yashre yasyam nishitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadit. I accepted you as the master. So that is the surrendered, like Arjuna. So Arjuna has surrendered. So Krishna is now revealing. So 2.7 is the where Arjuna spoke that I am now surrendering to you. So that's why Krishna is explaining the things. So we can take these shlokas next time. So we have covered 6 shlokas, and next time we can cover another 12, 13 shlokas. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanand. Hare Hare. Yash Prabhu, from 23rd to 29th, I am there. I am taking yatra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Somebody is. So from 23rd.
Abhi, you're on mute.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Okay. Now it is audible now.
Yes.
So from 23rd to 29th, I am not there. I am going to Vrindavan with 120 people. So before that, I will be completing 10th chapter. There are another 3 classes are there. So I will be completing that. And once I come back, then within 6 or 7 sessions, I can complete whole. Mostly by 28th of March, we can complete this, and then next unit will start in April mostly. So you can prepare for the shlokas from 23rd to 29th. There is shloka, like the examination is there, shloka test is there on the first week of March. So that is ample of time for you for reciting the shlokas, and better you can do the preparation for the closed book examination also. So that is a gap for you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Manande, Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.